Construction begins on Taylor Drive. 1 dead in weekend crash. State of emergency declared in Northwest Wisconsin. These stories and more coming up on Community News Review.
This is Community News Review, a service of WSCS TV, news content provided by WHBL.
Welcome to Community News Review for June 19th, 2018. I'm Maddie Pfister. 1 person was killed, 2 seriously injured in a 2-car crash in the town of Scott Sunday afternoon. The Sheboygan County Sheriff's Department got a 911 call around 3:30 of the accident on Highway 28 south of Abbott Drive. Sergeant Anthony Blodgett says 1 person died at the scene, another was flown away from the scene, and another taken by ambulance to the hospital. Officials had to be shut down for the Highway 28 between Highway 144 and Abbott Drive to do an accident reconstruction. At this time, there is no word on what caused the crash. Roadwork on Taylor Drive between Erie Avenue and Kohler Memorial Drive began Monday and should last through much of the summer. Leaders with the city of Sheboygan say Taylor Drive will remain open to traffic, but will be restricted to 1 lane in each direction as crews work to prepare that area for the new Myers store on the old Memorial Mall property. A public hearing about the future of Highway 23 will be held this evening in Fond du Lac. They're working on plans to widen the 2-lane portion of the roadway between Plymouth and Fond du Lac to 4 lanes. A 5-year traffic study revealed there were 207 non-deer crashes. 53 were vehicles crossing over the center line, which State Senator Devin LeMahieu says would be fixed by having a 4-lane highway. That meeting will be held from 6 to 8 p.m. in the university's Commons and the Prairie Theater. After a 4-day jury trial, a jury spends over 4 hours deliberating in the case of Christy Tuchel and comes back with a guilty verdict just after 10 o'clock Friday night. Judge L. Edward Stengel reading the guilty verdict, the court around 10:15. One person was arrested after a drunk driving crash that knocked out power to nearly 300 people near Cedar Grove early Sunday morning. The Sheboygan County Sheriff's Department says that at around 5:15, a 2005 Ford Explorer was northbound on I-43, left the road, went through the ditch, a fence, and hit a power pole on Sauk Trail Road. He was cited for operating while intoxicated, operating without a license, and operating without insurance. Governor Scott Walker on Monday declared a state of emergency exists in Ashland, Bayfield, Burnett, Douglas, and Iron counties. Beginning on June 16, 2018, widespread and continuing severe thunderstorms producing torrential rain, damaging wind, and large hail caused evacuation of persons, downed trees and power lines, mudslides, and flash flooding that damaged the roads and bridges. The state stands at ready to assist local governments in recovery efforts. Governor Walker said, "I have directed all state agencies to assist and called the Wisconsin National Guard to state active duty as Major General Dunbar deems necessary. I am touring the damages this evening with Major General Dunbar. We have confidence in our community's ability to come together and recover. Wisconsinites needing assistance are encouraged to go to ready.wi.gov/flooding to find additional resources. Flooding in northwest Wisconsin has been blamed for at least one death. Multiple bridges and roads have also been washed out. Walker spent much of Monday evening touring the damage in the area via helicopter, posting multiple videos to his Twitter feed of the washed out roads and bridges. Additionally, several road closures have been reported in Marathon County, north of Marshfield, thanks to heavy rains over the weekend. Milwaukee's new arena is the linchpin of the city's bid to host the 2020 Democratic National Convention. The bid has been formally submitted to Democratic Party on Monday. Milwaukee's Convention Committee Chairman, Alex Lasry, says the event could have an economic impact of $200 million. Lasry is a senior vice president of the Milwaukee Bucks and says the new arena will be one of the biggest draws along with the affordability of visiting Milwaukee and the ease and ability to get here regarding Mitchell and O'Hare International Airports. The convention will be held from July 13th to 16th. Milwaukee is one of 8 cities under consideration. The others are Atlanta, Birmingham, Denver, Houston, Miami Beach, New York, and San Francisco. The Democratic National Committee will send delegates to each city to hear local presentations. A decision will be made early 2019. And that's our report for Tuesday. Join me again on Thursday for another recap of our local stories on Community News Review.
News content for this program provided by WHBL in cooperation with WSCS TV.